Hi, good morning to one and all. In this lecture, we will discuss about laser beam machining. It is in this process we are using a thermoelectric energy source. By using these energy, we are doing the machining process. It is known as unconventional machining process of laser beam machining. In this, first we will know about the abbreviation of laser is nothing but light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. It is the abbreviation of laser. Next, coming to introduction. In this, the laser beam machining is an unconventional thermoelectric material removal process. It is unconventional machining process. In this, the tool and workpiece are not touch each other in this process. Next, the laser beam machining is a technology that uses a laser beam, which is narrow beam of intense monochromatic light, to cut required shapes of profile or pattern in almost all types of materials can be machined by using this process. Okay. Next, another striking feature of laser beam machining is it is particular process can be used to process any material irrespective of its hardness, irrespective of its melting point, which any type of material, that is soft to hard material, and the melting point of material is as low as high, both we can machine by using this process. Next, that means from, that is foam to the hardest diamond, that is we all know foam is a very soft material. Next, a diamond is a very hardest that can be cut using by this laser machining process. Next, the examples of these include metals, ceramics, food products, etc. Next, LBM is based on the conversion of electrical energy to light energy and then into thermal energy. Okay, first we are supplying the electrical energy, then it converts into light energy. By using this light energy, we are again changing into the form of thermal energy. Next, LBM utilizes a high energy coherent light beam to melt and vaporize particles on the surface of the workpiece, that is metallic or non-metallic workpieces. Next, coming to mechanism of material removal, that is as laser interacts with the material, the energy of the photon is absorbed by the work material, leading to rapid substantial rise in the local temperature. This in turn result in melting, vaporization of the work material, and finally the material gets removed. Observed here, it is about the laser gun. From these, the laser beam will fall on the workpiece. Here, the electrical energy is first converted into laser beam. That laser beam is fall on the particular point wherever we have to machine. At that particular point, the laser that it convert into heat energy. Due to this heat, the metal will be eroded and vaporized due to the localized temperature. Next, method of producing laser. How the laser will produced? That is, laser is produced by the stimulated emission. In laser action, the release of energy from an excited atom by artificial means. We are supplying in artificial manner, that is we are creating the laser in a artificial way. That is, the stimulated emission is in the process by which an incoming photon of a specific frequency can interact with the excited atom electron, that is causing to drop to a lower energy level. Whenever we supply the electrical energy, uh, some flash bulbs, or by using that bulbs, it will blinks it continuously. Due to this, the photon of energy will be developed. Due to this reflectivity, the electrons energy will be excited. Due to the excitation of electrons, it will move from lower energy level to higher energy level. It is an unstable condition. After that, it will again fall down to lower energy. Like this, the electrons will move from lower to upper level, and it will get a stable at condition, that's known as metastable. After that, it stimulated and get energy that will passes through the partially reflected mirror through the workpiece. Like that, the machining process will be done. Next, coming to laser theory, when an atom absorbs a quantum of energy from an external source, like light source, the orbital electron of an atom jumps to a higher level whenever by it get energy from the light source, that is photon of energy. Next, the electron later drops to its original lower energy orbit, emits the absorbed energy. Next, if the electron which is already at high energy level and absorbs the second quantum of energy, due to this it having more amount of energy than the first level, it emits two quantum of energy, and after emitting the energy, it returns back to its original state. Therefore, the energy that is radiated has the same wavelength as the stimulated energy. Due to this number of times lower level to higher level, it gains some energy. Okay, the energy initially builds up in the lasing the material, which is called lasent. Next, the energy then finally gets emitted in the form of highly amplified light beam. Okay, observed in this diagram, it is the ground state and it is the excited, that is higher level energy. The atoms in the ground state, that is due to the effect of light energy, it gets collected the photon of light. Due to this, the excitation will takes place. From the electrons will move from ground state to excited state, that is known as higher level G. Again, after some time, it return back into ground state. Like this, the process will continue. After some time, it gets more energy. Due to this potential difference, it gets some energy. At some point is known as metastable state. At this range, the atoms will be present. That is known as, that energy is known as stimulated emission of energy. Due to this energy, it gets create one medium known as laser beam. By using this laser beam, we are machining. Next, the elements of the lasing material in the ground state usually before the excitation is employed to it. Next, then excited outer orbital electrons from the electrons gains energy and it moves to a further energy level. State is called excited state, as in see in the previous diagram, ground state and excited state. It will move to the excited state. Next, which has got higher energy, but then this state is an unstable. Again, it comes down to lower energy state. Okay. Next, and therefore this jumps to the next energy level, which can be metastable state, and again to the ground state. Next, however, while in the excited state they have got higher energy, and therefore while coming back to the ground state they will have lower energy, and this potential difference in this energy is radiation of a particular frequency, and this called the laser emission. Okay. Next, observed in this diagram here, at this metastable lane, the stability time should be 10 power minus 3 seconds. In a excited state, 10 power minus seconds, it is very less time compared to the metastable range. It have some stability at this stage known as metastable range. Here gets some energy Due to this energy, it will pass through a partially reflected mirror, and all these energy electrons at combined at single point by using the some mirrors, it gets more amount of energy. That energy is utilized to create the to machining the object. Next, these radiations are successfully reflected by the particular mechanisms called reflectors. Next, which thus amplifies of a laser being reflected inside the cavity of a radiated emission to a particular level. Okay. Next, and then it allowed to pass through a special mechanism, that is partially reflected mirror, which allows some outside to be collected as a beam. The laser medium consists of two mirrors, that is 100% reflected mirror and partially reflected mirror. The electrons will move from lower to higher. At higher point, we are fixing the 100% reflected mirror, and bottom side we are arranging the partially reflected mirror. To this, the laser medium will pass through the workpiece. Next, this beam will be tapped and will be taken to for doing some work. Characteristics of laser: the light emitted from a laser is monochromatic, that is, it should be in one color or one wavelength. It contrasts ordinary white light. It is a combination of many colors or wavelength of light, generally for normal condition, the ordinary white light. Next, laser emits light that is highly directional, that is, laser light is emitted as a relatively narrow beam in a specific direction. Ordinary light, such as from a light bulb, is emitted in many directions away from the source. Diverging angles less than the 1 to 2 milliradians. Next, the light from a laser is said to be coherent, which means the wavelengths of the light are in one phase and in space at time. Ordinary light can be mixture of many wavelengths. Okay, these three properties of laser light are what can be more hazardous than ordinary light. Laser light can be deposit on a lot of energy within a small area. It is a diagrammatic representation of LBM. It consists of power supply and a laser medium. Next, flash lamps, capacitor. Next, lens. Next, partially reflected mirror and 100% reflecting mirror. Whenever it consists of laser medium, whenever we supplying the power supply, the flash lamps will be blinked. Due to this, the amount of energy will be get from the flash lamps. Due to this, the electrons, the atoms should be excited. Therefore, the electrons in the outer orbital, it should be free, in the form of free electrons. It move from lower energy level to higher energy level. Due to this, the laser medium will be caused, previously discussed. Through this ray, the laser beam will move from partial reflected to the workpiece through the lenses. The lenses is used to concentrate the laser beam to a single point. Okay, like that, like this, the process should be completed. Next, components of the laser, that is, first one, lasing medium. The lasing medium or active medium contains atoms whose electrons may be excited to a metastable energy level or by an energy source. The energy source is nothing but electrical supply. That is, due to by using electrical supply, we are supplying to the lights, that is flash lamps. From the flash lamps, it converts the photon of energy. Due to this photon of energy, laser medium will be gets excited. Due to this, some amount of energy will be developed, that is known as lasant. Next, there are generally two types of lasing mediums, that is gas laser and solid laser. Coming to gas lasers are again classified into three types, that is carbon dioxide, helium and neon, argon. Next, solid lasers are again classified into three types, that is Nd:YAG, that is neodymium doped yttrium aluminum garnet laser. Next Nd:Glass. Next ruby, which is a combination of chromium and aluminum alloy. These are the different types of lasers are using. Next, laser operations are operated in a pulse and continuous. The continuous is used to create the continuous cutting action, and pulse is for creating holes and contours and edging actions. Generally, the gas is used for continuous modes, and from solid lasers, that is Nd:YAG laser, is used for pulse modes generally. Next, classification of laser beams. In these, the laser beams classified in two types majorly, that is continuous mode and pulsed mode. First, from continuous modes, the mode is generally preferred while cutting straight and midly contoured paths. That is the cutting is the fastest. Next, this is where the beam looks like continuous. That means the beam emits continuously the same energy output. In pulse mode, the pulse mode is preferred for cutting thin materials as it enables tight corners and intricate details of the to be cut without excessive burning. Next, whereas in pulse mode, there will be a spike or discrete energy pulse as output, means for few microseconds to milliseconds there will be an output of specified energy level, okay, say several watts and joules or seconds. Next, there will be dead zone or gap followed another pulse or spikes of energy, okay. Next, thus in pulse output the energy will be obtained in the form of pulses, not continuously. Therefore, that's why called the pulse output laser. It is the difference between the continuous and pulse mode. Here, how the laser medium will pass at particular point, it is a continuous, but it is not in continuous, it in the pulse mode. Here the time based on time to time it will be changes to changed, okay. Next, types of laser, that is solid state layer. The solid state lasers are obtained in the form of ruby laser. Ruby laser is a nothing but chromium alloy having uh, a wavelength of 0.7 micrometer. Another form is Nd:YAG layer, that is 1.64 micrometers. Next, very popular form of solid layer is Nd:YAG layer, is also called neodymium yttrium aluminum garnet laser. Nd:YAG laser is another very popular laser for industrial purpose. This Nd:YAG laser wavelength is 1064 nanometers. Therefore, these lasers can be obtained both in pulsed as well as continuous modes. It can provide 50 kilowatts power in pulse mode and 1 kilowatt power in continuous. For that case, we are majorly used for pulse mode operation. Next, the Nd:YAG layer is suitable for drilling small holes, say for example 2 to 3 microns diameter to a depth of approximately 6 times the diameter. Next, it can also be used for engraving, etching purpose also. Significant, the main advantages of this layer is it can be transmitted to a fiber optical cables. Therefore, next, the solid lasers are used only for low pulse applications like spot welding, drilling, etc. It is about the diagrammatic representation of Nd:YAG layer. Here we are in this laser medium, we are using Nd:YAG layer. It will be excited due to the application of flash lamps. The flash lamps are blinking by supplying the power supply. Due to this flash lamp, it gets excited, and the electrons in the laser medium will be excited from lower level to higher level. By that, it get collect energy. By this energy, it will get more amount of energy, and it will pass through the partially reflected mirror and to the workpiece. Next, coming to gas layers. The generally used gas layers are carbon dioxide laser, helium neon laser, and argon laser. Next, a helium neon laser is a type of small gas laser. It is a mixture of helium neon gas in the ratio of 10 to 1. Next, the energy obtained from the laser is very less, in the range of 20 watts. Next, the carbon dioxide is more powerful among all the layers. Next, the characteristics of carbon dioxide lasers are: it can be operated continuously and pulsed basis. Thus, they have wider application in case of continuous mode or in case of pulsed modes. Next, the wavelength is 10.6 micrometers and they can provide power up to 100 kilowatts in continuous wave. That is very high. Next, that's why it preferred more in industrial applications. For high power is required. It is capable of cutting 25 millimeters thick carbon sheets. 25 millimeters. Okay. It is diagrammatic representation of helium neon laser. Next, excitation mechanism. Here, excitation mechanism pump energy into the active medium by one or more on the three methods, that is optical, electrical or chemical. Here, the generally flash lamps will be used as an additional source of energy, which will pump in the additional energy excite the atoms inside the lasers. Okay, high reflectance mirror. A mirror which reflects essentially 100% of the light. Next, coming to partially transmissive mirror, a mirror which reflects 100% of the laser light, less than the 100% of the light, and transmits to the remainder. Next, these radiations are successfully reflected by a particular mechanism or reflectors, which is known as amplifies the radiated emissions to a particular level. Okay, and then it allowed to pass through a special mechanisms of particularly reflecting mirror, which will allow some of the laser to a laser beam. Next, coming to lens, the importance of the lens to focus the laser at particular point on the surface of the work. Next, working with alveum. Therefore, the focal point of the laser is initially focused to the surface of the workpiece for providing the heat in a concentric manner. Okay, which means the focal point is the point where we want to make a cut, to make a hole or drilling. Next, due to the striking of the laser beam, heat is generated at the work or piece surface. As a result, the material vaporizes instantly, producing a curve in the material. The movement of the machine axis is through the computer control, which helps achieve the required profile of the workpiece. Next, heat affected zone is minimal as compared to flame cutting. To clear molten metal that has not yet vaporized or clogs on the surface of the workpiece, acid gaps sometimes used. Okay, the use of different acetic gases with different work materials is given in the table. The process parameters of the album is divided into four categories, that is beam geometry, that is beam diameter, beam power and intensity. Next, target material of the workpiece, that is type of composition and cut time, mechanical properties such as hardness, fracture properties and metallurgical properties. Next, the four physical properties like reflectivity, specific heat, thermal conductivity and latent heat. Next, these parameters are preferred to be lower in magnitude for increasing the process efficiency and energy required to melt and vaporize the material. Okay. Next, process is cutting, drilling, holography, engraving and welding. Next, coming to machining configuration. In these, moving workpiece, moving laser unit and fiber optic delivery. Next, laser material, that is gaseous or solid state. We can, based on the type of operation, we can select the lasing material. Next, coming to advantages. The metal and non-metals we can machine easily. Next, laser beam can go to a long distance. As a result of L-beam can be used to weld, drill and cut areas which can be difficult to reach. Any environment is suitable for laser beam machining through transparent medium and magnetic fields. Next, difficult to machine or refractory materials can be drilled. Micro size holes can be created. Next, energy obtained is very high. High heat is obtained. Beam configurations and size of exploded area is highly controllable. Precise location of the spot is ensured. Next, coming to limitations. Uneconomic of high volumes compared to stamping, that is high capital cost, high maintenance cost, assist or covered gas required. Next, the laser holes are trapped to some extent, approximately 1 degree. Next, while machining, some plastic bloom or care is noticed. Next, overall efficiency is very low. Next, applications of L-beam: welding of non-conductive and refractory materials, cutting complex profiles for both thin and hard materials, used to make tiny holes like 5 microns in refractory metals, ceramics and composite materials without wrapping of the workpieces. Mass micromachining, some special heat treatments like material heat treatment of materials. Next, properties of electromagnetic waves, that is wavelength and frequency of the beam both are inversely proportional. Wavelength and energy of the beam is both are inversely proportional. Next, lambda v is equals to constant, where lambda is the wavelength in meters. Next, v is the frequency of the wave in seconds or hertz. Next, c is the constant of the velocity of the light in vacuum, that is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Okay, it is about laser beam machining. Thank you.